All right, so we're at 1030 Peacock Ave in Northeast Palm Bay at Brian and Mary West's house. They called me out here for an estimate for a new shingle roof. And so when I get up to look at the roof and do the inspection, I noticed that this is like the most perfect textbook example of hail damage that they were completely unaware of. They had door knockers last year and storm chasers, whatever you call them, trying to win the lottery by signing them up, but he just shoot them away. But I'm up on the roof, and I mean, it's just so readily apparent. It's everywhere. It's literally the best case I've seen this entire year. So I want to take you up there and show you that. I want Brian to send this to his insurance company. I've probably taken 100 photos to go with this. So let's go take a look. All right. These reminder errors were back when I didn't even notice the hail, and I was going to talk about how we're going to replace the drip edge with the new roof. The gutters, they're in decent shape. Typically we just gently pull them away, get the new drip edge, and put these back without even taking them to the ground. But then as I got up here, I just immediately started seeing all the impact marks. Like right here. Find a perfect one for you. This is probably as good as any. You know, you can literally see the impact of the hail and how the granules were embedded in the shingles. Now, granted, this was March 27th of last year, so it's a solid year old. Not that that matters, but it's kind of helped clean up the marks, you know, because you can see the black asphalt underneath, and I'm sure more granules have been lost over time. But look, I mean, take any area that you want. Let's just take this area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You know, like over 20 per section. My job as the contractor, the roofing company, is only to show conclusively that there is hail damage, not how much and every mark up on the roof. I went through 2 whole pieces of chalk, and when my last piece rolled off the roof, I figured that was plenty. So all these, by the way, direction is very important. Somewhere right around here is north. Okay, and so the direction of the storm, at least on all the houses that I've been to, have come from a north-northeast direction. And by the way, we just finished a roof that also was damaged out due to hail just 2 streets over on Pelican, which is right over there. So this area had very high activity rate, as the reports will show. Here. Look at that. I mean, it just doesn't become any clearer. So this is a combination of, yes, there is hail, conclusive proof of hail, but then I'm going to mix in a few things about what we're going to do and how we're going to do it correctly. For example, like with this stonework chimney, replacing the roof is one thing, but making sure it doesn't ever leak is a whole different deal. So replacing the flashing underneath, nice big opening right into the attic. Look at that. I mean, it really just doesn't get any more clear than this right here. Oh, I haven't talked about the X's yet. Well, kind of goes without saying, with hail you get high winds, and with high winds you lose that adhesive bond between the back of the shingle and the roof itself. Once you lose that connection, it's just going to keep flopping around, vibrating until it eventually breaks off. So that's really the next step. So, ooh, look at that whole section. So this is the prevailing side with most of the hail damage, but then there's plenty of wind damage on the back where the shingles have been lifted up. Here, more lift up. I think you kind of get the point. Hail damage. You can pretty much pick anywhere to find lift up. This has just happened to be the path that I took that particular time. You can pretty much see the shadows. Let's see. Right here. Right, look at that. Right? You can see where the corners are lifting up. More hail. Let's go look at this one. Boom. Big one. On this one here, you can literally see like an asteroid, the direction that it traveled. Boom, that way. And then more here. NP stands for nail pop. There was some restoration probably back years before that, maybe the hurricane, and then boom, boom, boom. Okay, So enough of that. You can see that there's tons of hail. Let me talk just for 20 seconds on how we're gonna do the roof. I usually have my example with me. I have to do it without. Okay, so when the time comes to do this correctly, we're gonna remove all the shingles, get down to the bare plywood roof. Anything remotely bad regarding the plywood that we find, we're gonna replace out. Now you get 100 square feet with your new roof project. That usually takes care of most all projects, but I think you're right around 100, maybe 200 square feet of plywood replacement. It's only $65 per sheet, so it'll only be probably a few $100, but you'll have photos of everything, and we can send those photos to your insurance company as well too. But you can't until we actually see the wood. So remove all the shingles, get down to the bare plywood, replace any of the plywood that's bad. One of the two building codes that's really important regarding hurricane upgrades. The first one says re-nail the roof to code. So if this is your plywood and this is your roof trusses, the code says place a new nail every 6 inches. We're gonna go every 4 to 5 inches. We're gonna double, triple the number of nails holding your plywood to your roof trusses. And then probably the most important feature would be the waterproof barrier, the peel and stick. That's that rubberized, super sticky stuff that comes in large rolls. So on that bare plywood roof, we're gonna cover every inch of this roof with the waterproof barrier. Even with your new shingle roof, in the event that, who knows, that shed ends up on top of your brand new and damages your shingles, it's still not gonna allow the water inside your house with the peel and stick, the waterproof barrier. And then on top of that, we're gonna put your new 30-year architectural shingles. As a company, we only use CertainTeed Landmark series shingles. It's the heaviest, thickest shingle out there for the same price as the other manufacturers. It's the one that we vetted all of them, and that's the one we've picked to be the best one. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna get down and talk more with the